So now let's get into the meat and potatoes of Microsoft Teams. Here in the Teams menu, you should see one or many teams on your list. Inside each team, you'll see a list of channels. So let me pause here and talk about how you can think about the organization of your teams. A team is who you work with. Who are the people involved in getting the work done inside this team? And then each channel, you can think about it in terms of what you're working on. So your channels are very customizable. You can set them up to meet your needs, whatever they may be. Maybe you need channels that are age-based. Maybe you need channels that are event-based. You've got options here, so you can set those up any way you'd like. So a team is who you work with. A channel is what you work on. Now, every team by default will have a general channel. This is your starting point. A general channel is a great place to put announcements or information that is relevant to the entire team. You can see in our Enable general channel, we like to post happy birthdays and other kinds of announcements and things that happen across our team. Let me show you how easy it is to make a team. So to get started, you click this Join or Create Team button here at the bottom left of your menu. And then once you're here, you just choose Create a Team, and then you have some options. I always just pick from scratch. It's the easiest way. Now here you have to decide whether your team will be public or private. Public means anyone in your organization can find it and see it. Private means that you get to control who does and does not have access to your team. By default, I make all of my teams private. So you'll need to give your team a name and hit Create. So with just that couple of clicks, we've got a new team set up. The only thing left to do is to add people to it. So let's add our friend Rachel. And we'll pick on a couple of people here. So I've picked some people to add to my team. You see there's an option here to have them be members or owners. My suggestion is to leave people as members unless you want them to also be able to control who is and is not able to access the group. Once you have your people all set up, then your team will show up here on your list. And you start with this general channel and you can start having conversations now. So I'll just bump over here to one where we have some conversations going already. You can see this is a lot like a social media wall. You've got posts and you can react to them. You can respond to them. But you've got lots of information here that is divided up in kind of a post style. So if you want to start a new conversation, you can simply type a new message, but there are other options here as well. You can attach a file, or you can add a GIF to keep things light and fun. But here's one that's really important. This format option, if you click on this, it gives you a lot more control over your conversation. You can format it, change the font color and size, add bullet points, but most importantly, it gives you the ability to add a subject line. When your conversations have subject lines, it makes it easier when people are looking for a particular conversation to be able to find it. So we'll just call this one Demo, and we'll make our post here. And that way, if I'm ever going back and looking for it, I'll be able to find that demo conversation. So now that you've seen how channels and conversations work, let's go ahead and add a channel. So if you click on your dots by your team, that means there's more options here. You'll see lots of options to edit and manage your team. We'll choose Add Channel. And then you just give the channel a name. And determine the privacy level for the channel. Most channels will be the standard privacy. That means that everyone in the team has access to it. But you also have some other options, including a private channel And that would mean that only a subset of people in your team that you determine would have access. And that can be a great option if you are needing a place to discuss budgets or other confidential information. From there, you just add your channel and you're off to the races. Well, I hope this has been helpful info in how to use your teams and channels. Just remember as you're getting going that a team is who you work with and a channel is what you work on. And I hope you guys will all join me again soon for another training.